It can be normal because a few antiviruses are very intrusive about like certain programs, especially if they play online.
Lily, I need to stop you a hot second. Are you planning on playing it on Steam or through Steam? In fact, it doesn't really matter too much. We found a workaround for this. But long story short, if you are playing it on the trial, it would be like the separate PC version. No, that's fine. That's okay then. I mean, we talked about Leafy yesterday, so I'm not going to go into it again. If you want to see, you know, not to be rude, but like there is a Minecraft VOD available that will be talking about that. But yeah, you know,
long answer short, we don't really like him.
I'm not a fan. Not anymore. I've grown up.
Yeah, I was it.
Listen,
I have passed the age of 50.
I'm no longer 12, so.
You can watch the VODs, vlogs, and other words that Liam uses in his outro.
VODs, vlogs, and other videos.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why is this thing so slidey on a straight? That wasn't a straight, but I just keep like bumping about on straights. I hate it. That's why I lose so much time. That's why I'm not winning this race. This might break my back in the French Championship. Ugh.
Also, when I go on the website, it says the setup can't be downloaded securely.
That's not good. I mean, that might be just your virus program. What are you using? Is it like Avira or Avast or some bullshit like that?
Yar!
Because they sometimes just flag stuff that shouldn't be flagged.
I use AVG and I didn't have an issue. But I also went through Steam rather than the trial thing.
Oh my god, just hold it straight. Oh my Christmas.
What am I doing now, Meadow?
Hold it straight.
Okay.
Where do I have to go? Oh, I can just cut it across. Come on, give me the win, give me the win. Oh, don't overtake me, you're faster than me, I know that. Oh, yes.
Did you just arrive, or?
Yep. Fernando is faster than you.
Yikes.
Anyway, what was I about? What did I want to say, actually? I realized today pirates and Northern and South the same. Yes, they are one person.
I'm just downloading through Chrome.
No, I mean, but like, what is? Oh, it's Chrome flagging. Okay.
Yeah, but Chrome flags anything that's an executable because it's a bit shit.
Be cheat.
To be cheat.
It's a shit cheat.
Ask Murdo what's his dream girl. We've already established this. It's Garuda from Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes, of course. Oh, I want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV. I want to ask you something about it. So, is it like is it a game that has MMO capabilities? So can I play this game as I would a normal MMO in single player? Like, because you said you don't really need to play with people. You said you are good with playing it alone, but does it play like a Final Fantasy game, like a normal one, or does it play like an MMO?
It plays more like an MMO.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but like, if you were to compare it to, say, Final Fantasy 15, then this doesn't play like Final Fantasy 15.
This doesn't?
No.
But I can, like, do everything and explore the story alone, and I don't necessarily need friends to make it like much easier.
No, I literally just went through the entire story by myself,
and it wasn't like much more of a grind than it would be.
I've always said in MMOs, unless you're craving the social aspect, it's actually slower to level with people.
Really?
Because of how like experience and stuff gets shared. Like eventually it works out where if you're doing groups of like dungeon content and stuff like that, it helps to have a group of people that know what the fuck they're doing. But like they're so simple in this game that it's not really an issue. Some parts need players.
Sure.
Yeah, but like you can find those people. You don't need people you know on hand to do them. Unless you go like really extreme content, you know, which is eventually going to be the goal, but right now it isn't.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, with group, let's say, with how obviously the games would usually do it, in my mind, is they give, so for example, you kill like some sort of mob, right? let's say, because the only MMO I know is like you have like these dogs, like these wild dogs that in the beginning. That's like a pretty, or like wolves or some bullshit like that. That's pretty popular low level enemy, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you like kill a wolf, right? You get full HP, XP, let's say 50. If you do it in a group of 2, each of you get probably 25, maybe 27 or something, because it gives like a group bonus. Maybe some games do that. So let's say 25 per person. But you also get to murder more at a time, because both of you are active and each of you gets to murder like monsters, right? So it kind of averages out again. And in this theoretical, you obviously wouldn't kill just one monster, because you get like these groups, right? You usually have like a pack of mobs you attack, at least in MMOs that I know. So each of you would, for example, like solo one group, and so you get EXP from both of these groups. That means in total you would probably have more XP per minute, because you both are busy doing things, in my logic, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I've always found I'm more often wasting time than anything else if I play with other people. Like, if everyone's like full focused and just doing shit, then yeah, maybe it's a little bit quicker. But then you're also going to talk about the fact that I don't know about every MMO, but the 2 main ones that I play, the monsters aren't really the bulk of the experience. It's doing the quests, and doing the quests necessarily isn't quicker with people.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like grinding.
Okay, I mean, if you're just talking grinding, which is like the slowest way to level, then sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the game again. I don't have that much experience, so.
Okay, right, yeah. I've never found it a quicker way of playing with people.
Right. I mean, for me, it's like, okay, so one thing about me, right, is I love optimizing things, but that kind of comes with what kind of person I am. Like, I'd love to, for example, if I do something, for example, how I do this game, right? I like to do them somewhat in order. I like to do it like that when I do something that it's like cleaned. So if I, for example, do like one segment, like for example the regional championships, that's a good example. I like to finish them off before I move on to another segment. And also, like for example, if I have to unlock something or like if I know something's coming up, then I would like to do something that comes before it to unlock something that makes that easier, or that gives me a car for it, like how I did with this, or like other championships that are coming up soon. I just like to optimize things, but in, let's say, an MMO setting or something like that, I'm not necessarily always after the best solution for something. Like, I'd rather have fun with my friends than just try to like grind efficiently. Like, I would probably have a mix of both, I guess. That's of the kind of person I am.
Okay.
But yeah, I would probably, I don't know. MMOs are definitely something that doesn't really hook me if there's no one playing with me. That's with a lot of games. It's like with mobile games as well. With like all these like really bad mobile games that are just kind of mindless.
I don't touch
kind of stopped. Yeah, I stopped playing one now, or like a few months ago actually, because like I haven't really had anyone play with me anymore, and it's just kind of the same thing every time. I don't care. I can't care anymore. I realized today pirating.
Sorry, chat's been talking and I've not found a way to talk about it. I realised the pirates and Northerners talk the same. Aria, you're wrong. It's pirates and people from Bristol. Lily, it doesn't feel right. Yeah, Malwarebytes is one of those that false flags a lot, so I personally wouldn't put much stock into them, but, you know, it's up to you more than anything at the end of the day. But, you know, you're downloading directly from their website. I don't think they're going to load up with malware. That is all I'd say.
Yeah.
Yo, I've got a fellow samurai here.
Yo, fellow samurai. Ah, yeah, samurai.
I love samurai.
I'm not a guy for everyone, I guess. I mean, you could argue that this is kind of just... Because for me, MMOs are kind of just like, okay, here's a thing to do. Do the thing, and now you're done with the thing. I mean, you could argue that this is kind of similar to that. And, I mean, there's always, like, the social aspect to me. Like, I can play a game that I don't know, I wouldn't, like, maybe wouldn't touch alone. I had a few of those. But, like, if I play them with friends, it's, like, a whole different story now. Or, like, have somebody that I can talk about it with, like, or, like, share my experience, like here. I don't know if I would be 100%ing this game if I wouldn't broadcast it. I would, because I had an age to play it again, but I wouldn't have probably got one this deep, or wouldn't be going as deep as I'm going if I wouldn't be broadcasting and or streaming with Liam.
Your MMO thing is like ridiculous because you don't realize it, but you know so many people that play this game that would be playing with you.
Yeah, no.
Which is why I don't understand why that argument's a thing when it's clearly the case that it isn't an issue here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I really don't have the time to stand that's my thing. Okay. It's just Liam, it just is.
Okay.
Because it's just such a big... Why are you sighing at me?
I'm just sighing about it.
Tell me why I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong.
I don't think you're wrong. You believe what you like?
It's just such a big time commitment.
What? It's a big time commitment. It's only 370 hours of your life.
In 2 months.
Yeah. What's your point?
44 hours in a day.
Don't do the maths, it'll get sad.
So that's already at least 10 days. Then there's another 170 hours. That's another 5 days with 360. And then we get like 15 and a half days about.
Shut up, you're not my real dad.
In 2 months, Liam, that's half a month just in Final Fantasy.
Shut your whole mouth. Jester, what's your favourite MMO? Of all time or right now?
Right now, Final Fantasy. Of all time, Lift.
I'll be honest, I'd find it hard to say which way. I'll be honest. Because, like, World of Warcraft's got 14 years of gameplay. Whereas this, I've only just recently started playing it, and I've got a lot of time to waste a lot of time in it. But, I don't know, until I got bored of RuneScape, I wasn't really interested in playing MMOs at all. And I played a lot of RuneScape recently. I really don't know.
What about Black Desert On then?
Who?
I have some news. Tell me about the news.
Did you go to Bristol?
I don't think it was mentioned. We talked about, I calculated Liam's unhealthy...
I said that I don't think Squeenix would be downloading malware onto your computer. Because the thing you're after is like direct from the website. Yeah. And Malwarebytes is one of those known to do false flags quite a lot.
I'm not leaking anymore.
Ew.
No, not you. Not you anymore, I guess.
Ew.
So, did you, like, just moisturize less?
Favorite MMO of all time? I'm gonna say for now, and this may change once I get to Shadowbringers on Final Fantasy. World of Warcraft still edges it for me.
Like this again.
Just. But it's very tight between Final Fantasy and this.
So Shadowbringers is the newest expansion that you haven't gotten to yet?
Yeah.
So why?
Lily, that's because you've downloaded the launcher and not the game itself yet.
So why is that you haven't gotten to that part yet?
Because that's like level 70 to 80 story, and I just haven't got that far in the story yet.
Oh, okay, so but you like just by level and like how powerful you are, you could, or by how all the time investment you made, you should be able to at least.
No, it's literally based on the story. Like you can't start doing Shadowbringers content until you've leveled up into it. Like you need to. It's one continuous story. You can't just like pick and choose chapters like World of Warcraft.
No, but like, yeah, but so have you just not done so? Yeah, you have to do the story chapters. Yeah, sure. But like, are you not powerful enough, like your character?
I just haven't got there yet.
Like,
I don't understand what you're
that
asking.
you need to play 400 hours to get to.
No, because like I've said this multiple times before. Like,
I haven't listened.
I've not just done story. I've been doing fucking everything. If I've just done the story, you can mainline it a lot quicker.
Right. Thank you.
Like, you never listen to me.
Yeah, because I'm not really around when you play Final Fantasy.
Well, maybe you should be, Murdo. Maybe we could play video games together, like cool friends. I don't know.
We are so much right now.
Are we?
Dude, we haven't done anything else. I haven't seen my mom
Who?
less than I've seen you.
I haven't seen your mom either.
Since last night, where...
I wouldn't say that about your mom. Lovely Martina, I wouldn't say that at all.
Stop.
What's up,
Oh,
man?
look at it. There's gonna be an Aston Martin race in this game.
Aston Martina.
Hi, Tomo. In my chat.
Well, what the fuck's this? Stop stealing my viewers!
Yep.
I do that to you, not the other way around.
Ronkus.
It's okay, I've got Lily. What is this? A foreign exchange?
Exchange student.
You're switching?
The American
Oh.
and I get whatever Tomo's. Tomo, he got to this single bottle on this.
What'd you call him? You both have me. Lily, please.
Yeah. Double dipping.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
It's
It's fine, as Murdo would say.
fine.
It's
Oh
fine.
my, stop sliding. You French piece.
These aren't even DMs! Get out of here!
Oh god, this Frenchie.
Did you ever have foreign exchange students at your school? No, but I was of a generation where we had 2 Indian kids and 1 Polish kid in my year, and that was super fucking weird. We taught the Polish kid to swear, it was great. He was called Shamek.
I didn't win, but that's fine. Did you ever have phone extension? I remember that there was one in the other class, but we literally never had any talks, or I didn't have any talks with them. I think they were like in like PE at some point, so I saw them there, but like, never really talked with them or anything. Oh, my year was very diverse too. My class was also very diverse.
You gotta bear in mind, I am of a generation ahead of you as far as school is concerned. Foreign people were weird still.
Listen.
What?
Hey Liam, I'm doing your favorite track.
The Nürburgring?
Monaco!
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, this game literally has the Monaco GP track in this game for some reason. I don't know who thought that pretty good idea. So this is gonna be hell.
Nürburgring is way better than Monaco, Murdo.
No, I mean no, because I think this is probably easier.
Who? You're wrong. That's way wider than actual Monaco.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Also, this version doesn't have the escape road, where like where you can just cut the corner if you feel like. Yeah, this is definitely much wider.
I didn't see any Chinese people until this is gonna sound really racist. Started going for
really
Chinese
bad.
food. Honestly, like genuinely, I never saw an actual real Chinese person until I started going out for Chinese food. That's not racist, that's just a statement of fact.
So is there just not that many like migrants in your area?
I mean, back then, no. I don't think we had anybody other than white kids in my primary school.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a very similar situation in where I used to live. Just not many. Like most people are either just German or of Polish or Russian descent. So they are still white, at least. At least that sounds so bad. Sorry.
That does sound terrible.
Yeah, but like, so you would never really encounter anyone diverse. So it's interesting because it does warp your like perspective. Because I went from that place where like there was literally like pretty much no one. We had there was one kid from Chile, and that's it. In my class, that's it. I think on the whole, like in the whole 5th grade of my 5th grade, I think that was it. Like in all 3 classes or 2 classes, I forgot which one, how many, but I think that was the only migrant kid. maybe a Russian or something, but like, yeah. So that was really because because if you're a child, you obviously learn how you approach people and how you feel about people, and all you know at that age is just like because of the news, right? Like that you hear, they do crimes or whatever, some bullshit like that. That's obviously not true. So I was in 5th grade, and I was a bit like, this sounds so full of myself, but I was a bit like smarter than most other kids. I wasn't good at school, but like I was a pretty smart kid. Even if a bit social awkward, but like I wouldn't really insult people or like, especially not. I wasn't a racist kid, luckily. But it was definitely really shocked when I went from that place to pretty much one of the most diverse towns in all of Germany, where you had your Mustafas and Semirs and Razuls and Nur Alua and what they're called. Where like, I think where like just German people, where maybe out of 25 people were like, yeah, maybe like 10 or 12? Or maybe like 15. So, where like nobody had like a migrant background, right? And it wasn't really like you would say, was it like a bad school or something? No, it really wasn't. Like, because obviously you get these kind of numbers only when you go like to the bad schools, I guess, but really wasn't. It was really a good school and was really cool kids. I'm just so like, I hate talking about this because I think it makes me sound bad, but yeah, it was a really interesting thing, and I'm lucky that I got to experience that when I did, because it really introduced me into, okay, this is like how foreign kids are or how foreign people are, and they are actually just normal people.
Whoa, they're like people just like us.
And not some weird concept that I only knew from people talking about it and making jokes. And also the part where I used to live, very racist. A lot of racist people.
Have I redeemed the Whisper Mount? What Whisper Mount? Is there a chocolate mount? What's going on?
What's up in chat? I never met the exchange students, but all of a sudden, one day there was about 40 Chinese students walking around. We had a few gay kids. Oh, also, definitely no. I mean, it was in 5th grade, so obviously, like, no openly homosexual kids. And even in my new school where I moved, there was like no. Like, being queer was never really a topic back in the day. That was like in 2010.
I need Jo here. She'd remember if there's any gay kids in school.
Because that was never really a topic, like, except for making fun of people. Obviously. Because that's how kids work in school. What are you, gay? I mean, I don't know. So yeah. I obviously I didn't really know that I might be in that way back then. So. But yeah, it was a really diverse school. A lot of different kinds of people from very different walks of life as well. It was really interesting to meet all these new people. And but yeah, no gay people or anything, or like trans, or, at least not that I know of at the moment so far. Might have been like people that now out. There was one guy that always felt like he's gay, and he's also kind of hot, but like, it might have been just for, he might just be like a bit of a, what do you call it, like, metrosexual guy, I guess. He's like this really buff, sporty dude. I met him at like a thing, class reunion. And I actually wanted to ask him if he's actually gay or is he nice or bi or something. But I didn't really have the balls to do it. Because if he was, I might have asked him out because he's like this. We always had like a bit of a connection back in the day. We always like kind of got together. Yeah, we got along together quite well. And he's kind of hot. Yes, Mel, we saw your young self pics, and you look like the guy from Meet the Robinsons, so from that we gathered you were smart. Listen! It's because I have glasses and mean I'm smart. We had a few gay kids. There were the bitchy, mean fashion kind of gays. Then there was a cool one, an anti-vaxxer, and then the one who hissed at people. You wanna guess which one I was? All of them You know, I had a subconscious strategy to not be bullied for being gay. I became weird by choice. So people would go, who cares that the fuck dude's there over there hissing at people. And yesterday I saw him throw a bag at someone and hiss. I had a different strategy of avoiding that. Like being bullied. I just become the funny one. And like the one that would self-deprecate. Like being entertaining and being funny was literally my way of coping with not being bullied. Also, I win a car! Look at it! It's a duck. You might think, hey Nerdo, this car is pretty underwhelming for going through this whole championship, and it is, but you need it for what makes us. Some of us can't be funny. Yeah, I know. But that was, I mean, most people have some sort of coping mechanic to go through school, and that was mine. To like get through that bullshit. British lightweight. Okay, let's do British lightweight next. Because why not? Isn't that right, Liam?
Huh?
You're not listening? Cool.
Listening to what? Where am I? You should be able to redeem amount of whisper by. Oh, right, okay. I'm waiting until I've unlocked all the weapons so I do that, just so I get all three knocked out at the same time. Well, some of us can't be funny. Yeah, that's true. But fortunately, those people that aren't funny know people that are funny and just take their jokes instead. I wasn't naming any names, Murder. You seem to have made a run for your own back on that one.
I mean, I was talking about that. I would be using being funny or like the last down kind of as a coping mechanism.
People
for
cope.
Not being bullied. What?
People cope.
I mean, I guess I also had a bit of a reputation of being the weird one. I just kind of like, I was kind of the guy that like made jokes of himself as well. Like didn't really give a shit. So I guess that's why people kind of left me alone as well.
I hid in a tree for like the first 3 years of school.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that real? No. Like, are you actually for real?
I wish I was joking. I spent virtually every break time sat in a tree by myself.
Oh my god. Was it because you were like, so were you actually bullied and scared?
No, it's not just a character. I hate people, and people bullied me for being a loner. So it just basically was a vicious circle. So yeah, I spent most of my time sat in a tree. It was cool. Used to have older kids try and trip me up in the corridor. Until my Uncle Chris told me about kicking him in the ankles, and I started doing that, and suddenly it stopped happening, which is pretty cool. But people in my own year were like complete cunts to me, so I was kind of like, yeah, that's just gonna go ahead and exist over here away from you, Bellens.
So, yeah, so just to keep commentating gameplay, but I should be able to win this championship pretty easily. I just went off, but don't even talk about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Why is Lily laughing? Are you laughing at me being in a tree? Because I find that vaguely offensive.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. I look back at it now and I'm like, idiots.
So was there any reason you, like, felt so antisocial? I mean, this might be digging a bit too deep, but...
People just didn't like me immediately. Like... I didn't really have any friends going up there.
It wasn't so it wasn't that you were just antisocial and with that came the bullying. It was that the antisocialness came because of the bullying.
It was column A, column B.
Okay.
I always didn't like people. That was always a thing.
Yeah, right. And people would jump at pretty much any chance to bully.
Oh yeah, any opportunity, people are in there. Plus, I was a metalhead as well, and the majority of the school was like fucking chavs, so it was shit like that.
Were you like a weird-looking child?
Probably. I had long hair.
Because you saw my pictures, I was the weird one.
I didn't have glasses until year 9, so it wasn't like I looked like a nerd or anything like that. People were just dicks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I never really knew myself without glasses. That oldest picture that you saw, like when I posted all these old pictures, they're still on my Twitter, by the way. They're a bit hidden now because it's been a while, but Like it's not been a while. It's been like a few months, maybe. Yeah, it's been a month, I think. Just go through my media.
See, I never got goth. It was always Mosher where I was. Mosher. M-O-S-H-E-R. Yeah, because you go into mosh pits.
Yeah, I know the interesting way of calling you. So yeah, the oldest picture of that was in kindergarten. It was actually in like kindergarten, the oldest one. So I always had glasses. I was always a glasses kid, and I always looked like a nerd. And I didn't like grow up. I always looked the same from age 6 to age 16. It was kind of a thing. And also, my mom made most of my haircuts back in the day.
Really? Couldn't tell that. To be fair, my mom did too until I grew it out.
Until I moved, definitely my mom. Yeah, no way. My mom did some of the haircuts, and we also had a friend that was a hair
butcher.
Yeah, so she did it sometimes as well.
Yeah, I had a family friend that did hair as well. That's really weird.
A lot of people.
She was called Heather.
We now also have a family friend that does it, but I don't really go with her anymore. I just go to proper hairdressers because I can't be with a woman.
I just lie down on the lawn and wait for someone to come with a mower.